3. I tell you who's not here and really kind of made it happen in the end was Randy Burt, and he really did a number to get this done. I want to thank all the dignitaries, Betsy, our politician, and Jean Flynn, her backup. Charlie was here, and I need to thank a couple of groups who really made this happen, and the Virginia Humanities and the Cabell Foundation, but mostly Eastern Shore Foundation. And Monica, we owe you.
And Anne Hayes is on our board.
And I also think it's important that in our programming, which we haven't spent a lot of time, that we learn how to reach out to the school system and get them not only from Front Street to here, but to come in here and see what people like Joyce and Sally have put together in the stories and different items. And it doesn't just start and end with our group, it's really all the citizens that should be able to do that.
It's been a long time happening. We started raising the money, and with the grant from the Cabell Foundation, we had a matching grant, $50,000. We had to raise the other $50,000, and then COVID happened. So that really put a cramp in our fundraising efforts. So we had to rely strictly on solicitations. And there was a time limit that they had for us to raise the money, and we eventually made it right at the end. So it really wasn't until Air got involved. I mean, he had all the contacts, particularly the mason, Tom Hastings, who did the masonry work, Zach Hand, who did the roof, and people like that. I mean, they really came through and did an outstanding job.
The building's just a building, and none of it really tells a story without Joyce and Sally, and what they've done as far as exhibits is really cool.
I think you might get a kick out of it. As you walk through that jail, and I know, it used to look to me, in my memory of this jail, it always looked bigger than it really is. But now walking through, they had interior cells. That was part of the plan for DSP too. That you weren't on a wall, so you couldn't saw your way out of the wall. They still managed to do it through the cell, and that was another kiss of death, I think, for this jail. At the very end there, 3 prisoners, I think, got out. I saw them through the bricks. How they got to it, I don't know, because the cells were 6 inches away from the walls. So somehow they were able to get out of their cells, which took 2 doors, because there was an interior cell as well as the 4 cells, 2 on each side. But the other strange part of this is in the contract and in the blueprints they had a possibility of 8 people on each side. So there were a total of 16 people that you could have in that building at one time, and that's just the center section.